There were a number of trauma surgeons who had raced to the scene to be there, even though it was their day off. They weren't working, and yet they wanted to be there.
Governor Shapiro describing today the frantic moments inside WellSpan Hospital in York County yesterday after a shooting at a home in the southern part of the county killed 3 police officers and injured 2 more.
The shooting was in the area of North Codorus Township. That's about 115 miles west of Philadelphia, not far from the Maryland state line and about 46 miles north of Baltimore.
York County District Attorney Tim Barker saying today that the man who shot and killed those 3 police officers yesterday was stalking his ex-girlfriend prior to the shooting.
Barker says the woman spotted 24-year-old Matthew Ruth on a trail camera outside of her home Tuesday night, carrying a gun and pointing it at her house. Police then came and searched for Ruth, but couldn't find him.
Officers returned yesterday to the ex-girlfriend's home and noticed the front door was unlocked. That's when Barker says Ruth ambushed officers.
The door was open, and upon immediately opening the door, the actor repeatedly fired at the officers with multiple rounds from an AR-15 styled rifle with a suppressor.
Barker also says Ruth killed his ex-girlfriend's dog prior to that shooting.
New drone video shows the farmhouse where the ambush took place. CNN reports Ruth was armed and lurking in a nearby cornfield wearing camouflage. The shooter then reportedly moved toward the house and began firing on officers from within the home as officers approached. A deputy sheriff and a police officer were then hit. During an exchange of gunfire, Ruth was shot and killed.
A memorial is now growing outside of the Northern York County Regional Police Department, where all 3 of the officers who died worked.
They've been identified as Detective Sergeant Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emenheiser. A hospital spokesperson saying today one of the wounded officers is now in satisfactory condition. The other is still listed in critical but stable condition at this time.
And tonight, each of the victims are being remembered as heroes. Sarah Burns spoke with the son and sister-in-law of Detective Baker.
You know, he just wanted to serve his community, you know, and we just never thought this would be happening. Right, buddy? We always thought Dad was going to come home.
The officer was one of 3 killed while serving a warrant Wednesday. His family told me he was dedicated to protecting the community.
He saved a lot of kids. He saved a lot of kids.
While most of the community was at last night's procession, the sister-in-law told me she spent that time breaking the news to the rest of her family.
What's going to happen to my sister and the kids now that they lost their dad?
I asked the 11-year-old what he loved most about his father, to which he told me this.
That he was never mean.
First responders and community members also gathering last night for a procession that was held for the fallen officers. The ladders of 2 fire trucks held an American flag that the procession passed under. Attorney General Dave Sunday encouraging kindness today.
Step away from the keyboard and talk to a stranger, talk to a neighbor. Find a place to lend a hand. If we can't get beyond that attitude of selfishness for the sake of our society, then do it for the sake of these men.
The York County Safety Collab has since opened a fund to support the officers' families. You can find it at yorkcountysafetycollab.org/honor their service.